What's going on, everybody? How you doing? We are on the last part of the instrument tech section of this behind the scenes tour documentary. Yeah. So far, this whole section, this area, this job, to me at least, way easier than the sound and lights. Like freaking way easier. Way easier. I really wonder what the pay difference scale is. I really wonder about that. I mean, so far it seems like the other guys are more exclusive, where these guys are just like, yeah, I'm just like a tech whore, basically. I just go from this band to this band to this band to this band, all that kind of thing. Because all you know how to tune the instrument. Okay, cool. You can just set it up. Okay, great. You're hired. Where the lighting guys and the sound guys, it's a little bit more technical. I mean, there's specific things with this also. I'm not trying to shit on these people and their jobs and all that kind of thing. Sorry, I don't really mean that. I am trying to joke around and make you laugh and have fun or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Those other jobs, it's just different. It's those guys, they're talking about trigonometry and shit. Right? My kid is all yelling. Cool. All right. So we're doing instrument techs. This is the last part, closing out instrument tech section. Let's do this. Bam.
Now that all the instruments are tuned, it's time for one last blast before the boys can make some noise.
That's my best Ozzy Osbourne impersonation.
Back in Montreal, the crew is still running behind. In an effort to get the team back on schedule, Russ gives the band's carpenter and stage manager, George Steinert, a hand with the final stage prep.
We might be running a little bit behind. Usually line checks around 4. I'm plugging in the teleprompter. The one, it's for running lyrics. Alex had asked for this one for this tour, because normally he never did, because I guess with all the new songs where he sings a lot of the backup vocals and stuff, it was just yes, if he could have a monitor.
Good job,
well.
Alex.
So I'm just plugging in the monitors now.
Getty gets to have one. Why can't I have one?
We're trying to.
Meanwhile, Lauren Wheaton is focused on putting the finishing touches on Neil's kit.
Gotta really shine, this guy.
With the backline work complete, the techs have one last opportunity to troubleshoot their gear before the band arrives to warm up.
What happens in line check is we start out with the bass, and Russ will check the bass and make sure it all works.
Keep going?
Yeah.
Now it's it.
Then we'll go through and we'll check the piezo, the acoustic part of the electric guitar. And then we'll check the electric guitar, we'll check the main amps, then we'll go through the switchblade 1 and 2. Then we'll check both the 12 strings, and then go on to the mandolin.
Sounds like an acoustic guitar, right? Sounds nice. Cool.
And then we'll move on to Jack. We'll take care of doing all the keyboard stuff.
There you go. should be playing the actual parts, right?
Lauren will go through all the drums.
It's a lot to go through.
And hopefully there's no issues and we get through it quick, and then we go on to kicking back for about a half hour before the band shows up. That's my best Ozzy Osbourne impersonation. Jakey Lee right there, shreds. I don't hack around too much because I'm a terrible guitar player. I could fix them great, but I can't play them. I got 15 guitars hanging on my wall at home. I've never strung them once, never cleaned them once. I hardly even look at them because when I get home, I don't even want to think about guitars. I've only in one band ever in my life, and I was the rhythm guitar player, and I was very low in the mix, but we were called Cruel But Fair, but really cruel. And it was all a Bonnie Raitt's crew. We used to play nights off during our tours.
The heck?
Eventually, the band should be coming out soon, and the band will run through a sound check. They do about 4 songs. Run through a sound check, make sure their in-ears and everything sound good to them, and it's just for our front of house monitors, make sure everything's all together, everything's working properly, and usually sound check runs about 20 minutes, if that. That one's still doing it.
What's that?
This one's still doing it.
Okay.
This one's good.
You want to just hit that surface one
time.
Yep. One time.
Just before the sound check begins, Neil and Lorne discover that one of the electronic drums is triggering 2 different sounds.
Okay, try that, bub.
This one's almost too much.
Almost too much?
Well, the rim sometimes plays the other
Okay,
sound.
so just hit the surface one.
The rim?
Just
It's the rim
just the surface.
Okay.
The head.
The surface is fine,
The head,
though.
yeah. Okay. Stay back. Try that.
That's a lot better.
Is it good? I think we've got it.
I put pressure on myself. Because I figure that's how you do a better job, is by the pressure that you put upon yourself. You know, obviously you don't want to give yourself an ulcer, but at the same time, I find myself, I work better under pressure. I think probably a lot of people work better under pressure. I don't let a lot of things go over my head, kind of thing, and I'm a pretty intense person when it comes to working.
This one was baffed. It's on its way out, so that's probably why you weren't hearing it last night. I moved this one over here, 2 gigs. That's a new one there.
So what was wrong with it?
It's on its way out. It's almost broken.
Yeah.
So that's why it wasn't projecting.
How can you tell?
It's not as solid sounding as it.
Yeah, that's because I noticed when this was turned up, I was hearing the whoosh.
Yeah. So it's on its way out. So I transferred this one over to here. This is a couple of gigs old, and this is a new one, but it sounds good.
In all the years that I've been playing, it's only since I've been working with Lauren that I would trust him to be able to tune the drums every day. Sometimes we'll discuss, I think the 13-inch tom should go up or down a little bit in pitch, and he'll just do it. And then we'll discuss the tonal relationship among the toms, for example. But the gift of that, of me being able to trust his ear to the snare drum or some choice like that as if it were my own, is makes him very special indeed.
All the different tones of each cymbal, right? Definitely gonna get to this. Super cool that they played this.
With today's sound check now complete, both the band and the crew will take a well-deserved meal break while they wait for the fans to arrive. Once the lights go down, the technicians will go back to work.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll.
Anything can always go wrong, but you know, the funniest things can happen. You know, it's like, I mean, there's been times where, you know, Geddy will be running around on stage and he'll do a little jump on stage and his wireless in-ear pack will fall off and it'll unplug. You know, so it's a matter of running up and trying to grab it and putting it back on, because if that falls off, he can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Doing a live show, because Geddy plays the same bass a lot, there's not a lot of guitar changes for me. I run a teleprompter for Geddy with all the lyrics of all the songs. See, because it's not that Geddy's forgetful or anything like that, because he is so busy, as anybody's a Rush fan will see at a live show. He has these foot pedals that's triggering all kinds of sounds. He's playing keyboards as well as playing bass, and he's got to sing. So I think a lot of times the last thing he really wants to think about is the lyrics.
Good job,
you get
Alex.
tired, but the thing is, you know that you have to do the job, and that job has to get done, and you do it so many times through rehearsals and all the shows that it becomes a little monotonous. And it becomes a little bit scheduled. You know exactly what's going to happen at this time of the day. I get a rush from seeing the crowd go nuts, you know, and I get a rush from watching my artist do what he does best and have fun doing it, you know. It's all about the fun with me. You gotta have fun or it's not worth doing. If you're not having fun out here, you might as well stay home. We get to travel around the world. We get paid to travel around the world and make people happy. What better job can you have than that?
I figure I have probably the best gig in live music, because I get to watch Neil play every night. and I know him as a good friend, so that's why I come back every time, and I will come back until they don't want to come back.
I know I've done a good job when Geddy never says anything to me. If you never hear a thing, then I got to believe the guy's happy.
I just want these guys to be able to put on the best performance they possibly can and not worry about anything but in making the fans enjoy their music.
Is that like the intermission, maybe? Cool. All right. Looks like that's that. Now they're just the breakdown, the loadout, all that kind of thing. Yeah, it's cool. Definitely seems like way easier than sound and lights in a lot of ways. Still integral. Everybody's still integral. Still, you know, has their thing that they have to do to make everything work. Alan. But yeah, it just like off the bat seems like an easier job, really, for sure. Okay, so now we have video. We got two more sections, right? We got video and we got road manager last. So we're gonna be checking out video. I wish that they went more into gear, but whatever. You know, I mean, it's what it is. There's places for that. Gear reviews and videos on all that kind of thing. I don't know. I wish that they went more into that kind of thing, but they didn't. Anyways, it's what it is. Cool. All right. Video section. Up next. I'll catch you then.